Hey, thanks for hanging in there for part 3. And in this part, we're going to put the manifold hose assembly in. We got a part from, it's a Motorcraft part. Initially, I bought an aftermarket, did not fit. Had to send it back, so stick with OEM whenever you can. Everything about this part says quality, including the fit. Remove the caps at the very last second, even though it's not always convenient. Okay. Yeah. Okay, they had this protection put on there. And I was also impressed with this OEM. Even that bracket that mounts on that can there, it's in exactly the right place. So I don't even have to mess with that at all. Put never sees on there. We're not going to tighten this all the way right now. It's super long bolt. You get the idea. And I need to put that 19mm back up on the line to keep it straight as you tighten the 22mm slip nut. Okay, that'll do. And the lower one. Again, a little refrigeration oil on all the O-rings and snug them up nice and tight. We don't want any leaks. Tape off that we'd put on there. So the original plug kept falling out. And of course, there's a cap on here and a new gasket. I'm adding a little refrigerant oil to this. And this was 13mm. Get the plug in the compressor. Okay, that's in there. Let's put this lug back on the relay. Start a relay. 14 millimeter. Plug in the low side pressure switch. And I'm going to move fairly quickly now on the reassembly of the electrical apparatus, electrical connectors and brackets that are on top of the accumulator. Bolt together the other large connector with a 10 millimeter. Turn that one in the rest of the way. Plug in another harness that goes in right next to that last one. And there, it fits in there like that. And mount that bracket with two 8 millimeter bolts. The last two. And okay, time to put a vacuum on the system and recharge it. I've collected hopefully everything I need for this. I'm actually not going to use this type of die, but I purchased it earlier. Can tap and rental pump. I used O'Reilly's rental program and their manifold gauge set. I'm adding putting a vacuum and recharging this just in the name of a complete video. I would highly recommend consulting some experts for this. I read some manuals, looked at a bunch of videos before I decided to undertake this, but certainly it'd be no shame to turn this part of the job over to a professional shop. I'm dialing the low and high pressure fittings down to open up the Schrader valves, hooking up the input of the vacuum pump to the yellow manifold gauge line, the middle one. Let's start our vacuum. I'll open these up. And as you can see, we're already doing a vacuum. It's been running for 30 minutes. Shut the pump off. Shut the valves first, and shut the pump off. After half an hour of a vacuum, applying the vacuum, you're supposed to let it sit for an hour and it should hold vacuum. And then off with the pump. Okay, now we're going to use a can tap and put in our 3 cans or 33 ounces of refrigerant. You got to retract it first, turn it on, put the yellow hose on it, then push it down to puncture the can. And when you open the valve, some refrigerant should be forced up into the system. Gauges are closed. Leave that one closed. Put in 33 ounces. I'm going to start with 12 here. This one has 11. It has dye in it and some sealer. And we'll take 10 ounces out of this one and we'll weigh it on our scale. Now we'll hook our charge hose up. Pierce the can. All the way down, pierced. Okay, with the truck running, let's flip it into AC. Turn the fan on low. Got a little digital thermometer here. And we'll stick that into the vent and monitor it. Okay, now we're going to slowly open the blue valve, which is going to allow the refrigerant under pressure to get into the system, combined with a vacuum, a little push-pull action. And as the pressure increases in the system, the compressor will kick on and further distribute. Empty this can. And there goes our compressor. Not staying on very long at first, but it will cycle longer and longer as the pressure in the system builds up. With our full can on the scale, it weighs 18.2 ounces. So we're going to take 10 ounces out of there, and when we hit 8.8 ounces, we're done. Okay, so shut her down, shut the blue valve all the way, and then you can turn this out, turn the can tap out. You got 2 ounces left in there. I've been running and testing the truck for several weeks now, and I've been quite happy with the results. We've got some nice cold air, and it doesn't take it very long to get down to the operating temperature. After spending $420 in parts and materials, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a little nervous about whether I could pull this off. This is right at the edges of what you can do as a DIY person, because of the procedures and tools and materials that you do need. But I'm really happy with the results. Well, stay cool, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I've got more good stuff coming.